up and sit down.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to your weekly Wednesday night modern tournament here at Ogre Games. It's more than modern. My name is Mick. I'm one of your hosts, alongside the Meta
Shaker,
Shaker.
yes.
Shake.
I'm very excited that the meta is about to change on Friday. It's already changed on Modo for quite a bit. If you are unaware
I have
about,
not watched any Modo action. I've really never watched any Modo action
all right.
recently.
Okay.
But everything's like Stone Blade, right?
Yes. If
Oh,
you don't know what happened yesterday, for some reason you are a Magic player and you don't know what's going on.
yeah.
Stoneforge Mystic is unbanned.
Yeah.
That is the most exciting news for me. Hogak unban is a given.
Hogak ban. Hogak ban
Yeah,
is like.
Hogak ban is a given, and faithless looting is in an interesting choice. I mean, you can go down to the website and see what's the reasoning of banning, uh, what do you call
Sure.
it?
Like
Faithless
the
looting.
faithless thing, right?
So I'm not gonna do a TLDR, guys. Read up,
That's
okay?
yeah. There's a lot of reasons. There's a lot of reasons.
Hello there.
Anyway, hi Peladon. What's up? Very happy for the faithless looting ban. Uh
uh,
I don't know. I think there's like a lot of mixed reactions, right?
mm-hmm,
I'm happy for the faithless looting ban. I
mm-hmm,
think I yeah I
mm-hmm.
oh okay,
Okay.
interaction here.
I think the opponent is unaware that once what do you call it? The creature enters the battlefield. There is no window to respond.
Yeah.
The only
So
wi- yeah the
yeah,
only yeah. Let's find out what Ether Vial does first. The window to respond is only when he taps the Ether
the
Vial.
Val, yeah.
Mm.
All right, so we're watching. Yeah, we didn't introduce the players. Watching the match here between
Mm.
Jose Lau and Lim Jin Weng,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, Edaval there should have basically stuck.
Mm.
Right, that land should not have been fetched.
Yes, correct.
Unfortunately, Jin Weng was going through the deck at the point
Yes.
where Jose stopped him, and yeah, both players are at fault.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Both of these are at fault. But Jose, I think, realized only after the opponent has fetched. I think good for him to like moving forward. He knows
Mm.
that Val can only be responded when the Val is tapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You used to play Merfolk, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's why
that's
Vial players, you should also give your opponent a window to respond when you
yeah.
tap the Vial.
Yep.
Allow them to do something first. Don't just put your creatures because they still have priority when you tap your Vial.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I always play like I like to play spirits. I like to play Vile decks,
Mm-hmm.
right? And every time I tap the Aether Vial, I look my opponent straight in the eye and say,
Anything.
yeah, respond. And usually they'll like do nothing, right? Like they get
Yeah.
intimidated or do nothing, and immediately just slam it on the table.
Yeah,
It's like
correct.
I gave you the
The
chance,
chance, yes.
bro.
There is no window,
there's
no
no
taxis,
there's
yes.
no backseas, man.
But this matchup is interesting. Blue Moon, he plays Blood Moon in the main deck, and Jose is Boros Texas also playing
Mm.
some Blood Moon effect in the main deck. So this is the only reason why Jose is still in the game because his Blood Moon can attack. That's about it.
his blood moon is a 2-2.
So it's a 2-2 that can attack, and it
Oh
doesn't matter. It
wow.
doesn't matter if but Jose shouldn't have
Yeah, you
blocked.
should
But
have given that up.
I mean, to be fair, Junwong already has 3 blue sources,
Mm.
so at that point in time, I don't think he would prioritize the Blood Moon anymore. But
But yeah, I don't
stops,
think
yeah,
like it's worth to trade off
yeah,
the
correct. Yeah,
the
it unlocks more blue
Magus
mana,
weapon.
so the opponent can play multiple counter spells.
Yeah,
That's one,
cryptics.
yeah, that's one bad thing. And another thing is that it allows your opponent to thin the deck. He had 2
Mm.
fetch land on the battlefield, so something for him to consider. And yeah,
Oh,
you are seeing the strength
oof.
of Blue Moon against creatures deck. Is just the amount of removal he has.
Yep.
Bolt. This is a new one. Magnetic Sinkhole, I think. No, no, is
Yeah,
it?
it's the one where you can delve.
Yes,
Basically, can
correct.
delve and then deals like 5 points of
Mhm.
damage to player. Sorry, creature or planeswalker.
Mhm.
Uh, I like that card a lot.
Mhm.
I think we haven't been using that too much. Instead, people have been using what was that memory, logic knot.
Yeah, logic not.
Yeah,
Yes.
but this is well, logic not stops stuff, right? But it's double blue, where this is
Mm-hmm.
like single red and then five generic to deal damage.
Yeah, Peladon. 8 a.m. for you, but it's 8 p.m. for us. So it
Yeah, man.
depends on the bot
Hey,
timing.
dude, you're in New York. What's up, man? What up? What up, New York? I
Uh,
recently came back from New York. It's a fun
oh,
place.
nice.
Anyway,
Mm.
uh, oh, electrolyze.
Electrolyze just wrecks
Ah, yummy.
all the one toughness creatures in Jose's decks, and it's just
Uh,
I mean, like Blue Moon generally is a decent matchup against creature decks.
mhm.
So so the
Oh,
flicker
double flicker.
to save the flicker from the electrolyze, but he still gets
He
to
still gets to draw a
draw
card.
card because he targeted Jose.
Yep. I think
Um,
that's a smart thing to do, right? Like
yeah.
you don't want to be the card. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
just like super flicker effect. Nice.
So Jose has like, oh, what is that?
What is this pestamite?
Yeah, I then this indicates he has Kiki Jiki in his deck.
Yeah.
No one plays Pestamite and not play
And
Kiki Jiki
yeah.
unless I use bot or I don't know. But this and the so I expect Deceiver as Exarch as well. Yeah, Pestamite. It gives this control decks a combo finish. Sometimes they are fighting against the clock and they need a way to end the game directly. So Pestamite plus Kiki Jiki is a way to. Oh, he tapped all blue mana, by the way. Not that it matters, but Kiki Jiki is triple red, and I see all islands and one red. But he still has all the red. Yeah, that's all
Yeah,
island
yeah.
and a red.
Wait.
That-
Yo, tap your mana, yo.
yeah, unless
That's
there's a
not.
swarm mountain, but I can't really see from here.
I
The white border but that looks like all islands
yeah.
to
I think
me.
that's all islands, right?
Okay. Oh, the
Oh,
remand path,
oof.
and he tapped all the white sources. Oh no. Yep. And that's bolt on the Kiki Jiki or the Pestamite. Okay,
Okay,
that's fine.
cool. So that's just one. I mean, like
Mm.
that's just one copy. The worst thing that Jose, I mean, like Jose, he got it bounced back to his hand, right? The remand
Mm.
just bounced it back to his hand.
Mm-hmm.
What he could do is just to go squatter himself. I know that's tough. I
Yeah,
know
but I
that's
would do
the
it
thing.
rather
Yeah,
than you lose the game, right?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, the wrong mana is tap. We can
Yeah.
probably
Okay, hold on.
yeah. Yeah, moving forward. Because it is important that he taps the correct mana because he only has three red sources right now and it's supposed to be spent on Kiki Jiki. This ensures that he doesn't have the bolts in hand that he can cast. A bolt, magnetic sinkhole or whatever. But Kiki, it's all right. So it was a white bordered. Okay. Okay, just get to see the red source. Okay, now it's all clarified that it was a hidden mountain in the
Yeah.
full up islands.
Magic players know how to play Magic.
Yeah, yeah. The white borderlands is it's quite hard for us to spot from here.
Yeah, yeah.
And
The art is well. The art number one
mountain
is
in
paint, right? But like it's nice. Yeah, mountains surrounded by islands.
So okay, at least we know that
That sounds like Indonesia.
and us. Oh, we
Huh?
don't have mountains.
No, we don't have
we
we don't have
Bukit
mountains.
lah, hill.
Okay.
So,
I don't think they have a basic land called Bukit.
so Jose is still in a bad spot. I
Yeah.
think that in the late game that Blue Moon just has a better time. And now we know that he has the combo finish. So he might be able to win again. But I really think that they only play one Kiki Jiki in the deck. So they might have no other way to win but to
What?
beat your
Oh,
creature.
judge.
Oh, that's a job. Mig is our resident judge, so he will be attending to the judge calls, but don't worry that I'll be here with you guys. And he's back. So they're trying to resolve certain issue
So,
where Jose
yeah.
looked at an extra card. Is that what
Okay, so
happened?
it's not really look at extra card. Okay, so this is basically what happened, right?
Mhm.
Jose just untapped.
Mhm.
Jose untapped, sort of drew that card, looked at it,
Mhm.
and then forgot that hey, the flicker wisp is supposed
To unflicker
to
something.
yeah, supposed to come back and then
Okay.
flicker something else,
Mhm.
right? So right now, what has happened is that Jose basically looked at the card, but he did not mix it with his hand.
Okay.
So we know that the card that he looked at is fine, right? Like it goes
Okay.
back to the top of the deck.
Mhm.
Okay. So the question now is whether to rewind. Okay.
Yeah, I think Mick is gonna resolve whether we could rewind the Flicker Whip's trigger. So, Flicker Whips is indeed a triggered ability, and you can miss the trigger, and I feel that the it will be passed to the opponent whether he wants to put trigger on the stack. So good thing to note is that just try to remember your triggers. Even though today is not a competitive REL, but in competitive REL, your opponent will be allowed to choose whether he wants to put a trigger on the stack. So something important to know as well. And while Mick is resolving the bot state, I still feel that Junwang is ahead in this only because he's ahead on mana, and he has what do you call it, card advantage in terms of like serum vision, op and whatnot. And in the late game, he will just be able to like snap bolt, get rid of all the creatures, and eventually bolt the face and beat with the creatures. So it will take some time for him to close out the game, but Jose is already at 4. It just takes a few attacks and a bolt to close out the game. And okay, so now they are resolving the flicker whips issues and flicker whips trigger. Um, this two flicker whips situation is I don't think that it comes out often. Flicker whips into flicker whips. There's only like we are one deck that plays flicker whips, which is Death and Texas in general, and this might get blown out by electrolytes when eventually Junwang is gonna draw electrolytes and get rid of the flicker waves once and for all.
Oh,
But he just needs to be careful about the Val on tree.
okay. Hey, thanks, Shake for keep talking on it and nobody dies. Okay, wait. So what happened is
Okay.
basically it's a miss trigger, right?
Mm-hmm.
In normal circumstances, you it's down to 4 life.
Mm-hmm.
This is bad. Okay, so in normal circumstances, what will happen is that competitive REL,
Mm-hmm.
you miss the trigger. Too bad. Opponent gets to decide whether you put the trigger on the stack
Okay.
or not. Okay. I was considering rewinding that. So
Mm-hmm.
had a discussion with Jin Hao. Do we rewind to a
Mm-hmm.
point where it had happened? But
Okay.
now Jose knows the top card of his deck because he looked at the top card of his deck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, at no point did that top card of the deck mix with any of the cards, any of the unknown cards on the
Mm-hmm.
table. Oh,
No,
cryptic bounce tap.
the bounce
Okay,
and yep.
and then what was that?
Path to Exile is the Gideon
Oh,
spellbook.
okay, that's the Gideon Path to
Yep.
Exile. Okay, so second Path to Exile.
Basically this is a lethal attack, and Jomang is trying to force his attackers through.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the counter war happened for that bolt. But now it might be a blowout. He has no removal because now Jose has lethal on board.
Does
There's
Jose have
six,
Blizzard?
yeah,
Six?
six,
Oh
and
yeah,
that's
six.
six life,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
two
Okay.
flyers. So Junwang needs to find a way to deal with this. I think he has a flying blocker, Pestamite.
Might have Plasmite. It's just
Mm.
come back in, tap one of your creatures.
Oh, that's Kiki. No, Jose is
That's
showing
Kiki Jiki.
Kiki Jiki, and let's go. Kiki Jiki
Okay.
can make a copy of a Flicker Waves to give it haste
Haste
and just beat
and
you for 9. So he
yeah,
needs 2 removal right now. I see Pestamite and
I see a remand.
he didn't remand the Kiki Jiki. That's pretty brave.
Yeah,
Now
I
there is a
like.
haste attacker now on the battlefield. Unless he has 2 removals, Kiki Jiki can tap and make a
All right,
right.
so
Okay, this is
response.
before declaring attackers to
Yeah,
Pestamite.
because he needs to like tap something down, right?
Tapping so Kiki Jiki can make a copy, right?
Yeah.
There's still window for Jose to
Mm.
make a copy and still go to combat with two attackers, but it
Mhm.
won't be lethal anymore
Yep.
because he has a blocker. So if and Jose is tapped out, so basically Jose has to like let it go, or if not, he can just don't attack and next turn attack
No,
for lethal again.
I mean like, but he can activate Kiki Jiki, right? Like
yeah, that's why he can activate Kiki Jiki.
bring
Flickered-
in a flash, bring in a
flicker the
flicker waves, flicker the plasma away, and after
Does
that just
he
attack.
know this? I mean,
I think
I think
so.
he should know that he. I mean, you're a Texas player play.
Yeah, you know,
Flicker waves,
if
should
you're
know this
playing like
there's-
Kiki Jiki,
yeah,
unless that's not Kiki Jiki, that
that's
has to be
definitely
like
Kiki.
red.
Yeah, that's definitely Kiki Jiki. This is the first print art, Kiki Jiki,
Yeah.
and yeah, copy.
Well, we'll see if like Jose sees the line.
Yeah, copy the one that he targets to tap. You
Yeah.
get a new flicker waves.
Then you could
Flicker
copy anyone, right, and just.
Yeah.
Alright.
Is it the same? He allows the tap to resolve and then he copies it. Yeah, it's the same. It gets blown out by a okay.
Being.
Yeah, beat. he gets blown up by a bolt, but if he had the bolt, he would have just bolted
Yeah,
the
you were
Kiki.
about it. Yeah, exactly.
So okay, Jose takes the game.
Oh,
A little surprise. But Junrong was I guess flooded in a sense, but that's what you get when you play control. You want to meet your land drops, but
mm.
this might happen. But to be fair, he had the double bolts up with magnetic sinkhole,
Yeah, that was like that. The
electrolytes.
beginning, that
Yeah.
start of the game was like
Mm.
impeccable
Yeah.
timing, and like the draws were like really good.
Yeah,
So,
pretty good against Jose.
mm. So
So.
yeah. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah. Back to just now what we were doing, right? Like we could have reversed what happened,
Okay.
but then I noticed that there's a ghost quarter on the battlefield. So
Okay.
if I had left Jose to his own devices, and if he didn't want that card on the top, he could like ghost quarter himself, shuffle that card on top,
Mm.
and then go and get like a land or whatever, right? And so then the decision was to, okay, I'm going to just go to a point where you made the mistake,
Mm-hmm.
right? Where the mistake was discovered, just put the trigger on the stack, and then just resolve things as it is.
Okay.
So there's a lot of considerations. Some of them, most of them are not complex, lah.
All right.
Right? Judging is not very hard, but guess what? We don't need judges anymore, so it's okay.
Why?
Judge,
But why?
Judge Academy. No. That's another discussion for another day.
Okay.
But yeah. Jose there. I don't know if Jim Wen could have done anything
Yeah.
differently.
I
I
mean,
know Jose could have done like some things differently, a little bit differently.
I guess he had a good start, the creature
Mm.
removal and all that, but at the end of the day, he just got stuck after a while.
Mm.
Hey there.
Hey, hi Johan.
So sideboard is gonna be funny. They're gonna remove the cards that's supposed to make their deck good, or the blood moon effects and whatnot. So
Oh, your deck can operate through a blood moon.
oh yeah. So I
Oh.
expect the blood moon effects to go out for
Oh,
both
yeah, for
players.
sure.
Sideboard. If Jose has enchantment that probably I will bring in rest in peace if he has Celestial
yeah.
Purge is a consideration. He gets rid of
Purge?
Celestial Purge is an additional removal for the Kiki.
Okay.
Because
Alright.
you get rid of the red cards, and who knows, maybe Junwong plays Keranos or whatnot, which is a very hard to remove
get
card.
rid of.
So
Yeah.
Celestial Purge is an out.
Oh, Keranos is a great idea, man.
Yeah, I mean, blue.
that's a
I would
powerful thing.
expect Blue Moon to play Keranos only because their colors doesn't have better grind cards. Blue White has
Mm.
the fairies, which is insane. So I mean, they have to settle for worse versions
Oh,
of
yeah.
the fairy. I don't know, but
Okay, so Lemming Messiah here has a question. Out of curiosity, if you miss a Summoner's Pact or Pact of Negation trigger, how is that resolved? Okay, so in the past, especially for competitive Aria, what would happen is that you lose, full stop, right? Your opponent decides whether to put the trigger on the stack, and if you did not do the thing, right, which is you take the if there was a choice, right? So if let's say like Echo, for example, Echo, you had to pay the Echo cost. If you didn't pay the Echo cost and you discovered it later in the game, you would have considered to take the default action. So the default action for something like Echo is to sacrifice the creature unless you pay the Echo cost, right?
Okay.
So that is the default action. The default action in let's bring up like Pact of Negation.
I know why you're asking. You're a Amulet Titan player.
Yeah. Why if I forget this thing? At the beginning of your next upkeep, pay 3. If you don't, you lose the game. The default action here is you lose the game, right? It's not to pay. So what will happen now instead is that so previously you lose the game. What will happen now is you get to put the trigger on the stack and go resolve it. Okay, so for example, if you still have 5 mana open, or you went to your draw phase, or you went to whatever your main phase, the beginning of your main phase, and you say, "Alamak, my Pact of Negation I never pay." You get the choice to pay the cost. Okay, so here's where the sneaky part is, which is, you the opponent, you realize he didn't pay for his Pact of Negation. He's only got like 5 mana. And then he goes to cast like Opt or something like that.
Mm.
And he say, hey, wait. You forgot to pay for your pack of
Okay.
negation. And now he doesn't have 5 mana to go and pay for a pack of negation,
Mhm.
and then he loses. He or she loses.
So you are allowed to put the trigger on the stack and pay at that
Yeah.
point of time.
At that point in time,
Okay, I
with
get it.
whatever you have available, right?
Mm.
So you basically what we did just now, which is to have the Flicker Whiz trigger just resolve, and then Flicker Whiz comes back and stuff like that.
Okay. Fair
So
enough.
is that a spell snare? No,
No,
that
that's
is
an
not.
op. Spell Snap will be good in the future. On
Oh
Friday
yeah, on
onwards.
Friday.
Ren
Friday
and
everything, yeah.
Ren and 6. Stoneforge
Stoneforge
Mystics.
Mystic.
All this nonsense. This gonna and
Wha-
2 is just it's a great number. And Top Tier Foundry is also 2 mana.
Pyromancer is 2
2
mana.
mana? Oh yeah, but I don't think people play Pyromancer
I
anymore.
don't know, man. I don't
Looting
know.
is gone.
Yeah, favorite looting is
and
gone. So
they are
sad.
the fair looting deck. And they got punished for the sins
They were
of
the
the,
fair looting.
the unfair cousins. Or so yeah, Spell Snare will be good in the future. I like it.
Mm.
Yeah, fair looting that I really think Paladin that the Madu Pyromancers or Pyromancers now they have season Pyromancer. It's a fair looting deck. I mean, like, what's the worst that they can do? Bring back a Pyromancer? Yeah, sure.
I
man.
won't say it's fair, right? But it takes advantage. It's synergistic.
Yeah,
it's not it's not unfair. It's
Yeah.
synergistic because
Correct.
like the stuff that you discard
Mhm.
are things that you can play on turn 2, like
Mhm.
what Lingering Souls.
Yes.
Basically, you go Faithless Looting and then dump 2 Lingering Souls. It's basically drawing 2 extra cards,
Yes.
right? And then activating Lingering Souls. You get half the Lingering Souls, but you only
Mhm.
pay 2 mana for like two body, two body in the air.
Mhm.
So it's great. It's great value, it's great synergy, but it's not unfair,
Yes.
right? Whereas things like Hogak,
Oh God.
yeah, that's
Good riddance.
or even in what's their name, Phoenix,
Phoenix
right?
deck. A Phoenix deck.
It's
Yeah.
synergistic but not unfair, right? Because like you get to
Ooh.
dump like stuff in your
Mhm.
graveyard. In Dredge, that's unfair,
Yes.
right? Because like Insolent Liene is the other way around. You dump a card into the graveyard, then you draw, right?
Yep.
The second time round when you do, or the minute you have like a dredger in the graveyard,
Mm.
and then you cast Faithless Looting, that is insane.
Yeah, that's insane.
Because you get to discard the cards that you took back from the graveyard to do it all over again. So that's unfair, right?
Yep. Hey, Capolo. It's
Hey,
been a while.
Andrea, what's up, man?
Yeah. A lot of people. I mean, most of the reaction are positive. That what do you call it? That looting is banned. I'm on a fence where I think they shouldn't have banned looting when they unbanned a so-called
Stoneforge, right?
Stoneforge Mystic. But then again, their reasoning was also quite fair. It is this looting deck that is pushing the mid-range decks away.
Yeah.
Yeah, and SFM is I mean SFM belongs in a mid-range shell. You can see it in Legacy. They play very fair. Even control decks adopt it. So yeah, if you don't ban looting, a turn 2 Stoneforge Mystic into a turn 3 Battle Skull still can't beat a turn 2, let's say, Grizzlebrand. So yeah, they have to fix the format in such a way. Yes, I unban this mid-rangey card, but if the format is too fast, there's no point.
Please unban Death Ride Shaman.
No,
No,
why would
actually
you
you
do
can't
that?
lah. You can't lah. It's such a powerful card. Um,
It's banned in
could
Legacy
ban-
for a
okay, so
reason.
I know. Wishful thinking. No, how about unban? Not pessimite.
Blazing Show, make Infract great again.
Splinter Twin. I think Splinter Twin can be unbanned. Right? It's not that great anymore. It really isn't. There's so many like really efficient answers to Pestamite, to whatever, and then
Deserve exact, yes.
yeah, and it deserves your respect, right?
Mhm.
You're not supposed to tap out on turn 3.
Yeah,
Right.
but then it is the same issue as Hogang. Even if there are lots of answers to Hogang, and Hogang is still has a positive win rate against any archetype in the format.
But Splinter Twin never had like
that kind of effect.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It was banned under the not the pretense
Mhm.
that modern should be a should not be a 4-turn format.
Oh yeah, tell that to
Yeah,
Hogak.
tell that to
Tell that
Hogak,
to
yeah.
Hogak.
Tell that to Hogak, tell that to like Neoform, Gristleform, whatever.
What creature is that on the left? That is
That's
the
a
new Merfolk from
yeah.
M20.
Let's bring that up. This is not something that you
Yes.
see every day.
Cut,
Brian something, right?
Cutthroat. Yeah, let's go. This is it is pretty good in a control deck because I mean first you want to play on your opponent's turn, and every time you cast a spell on your opponent's turn, you get to put a +1/+1 counter on it.
Get so big.
Yes,
Get is
and
so big.
but I don't think it's pretty is good in this matchup only because Jose saw the combo in game one and he's not gonna board out most of his removal.
Yeah,
He will still
exactly.
keep his path and boats for the fear of that Kiki on turn 5 kill. But against other decks, when people when the decks board out removals, I think this will be a pretty good card. So this is something you want to play as a control deck. Play an instant speed and a creature that grows big over time. So I really think this is a decent addition
Yeah,
to the
for
control
like
decks.
strange sideboard card to have, right?
Mhm.
Whoa, look at that.
Ooh, okay. ETB
Oh,
on the stack, bolt
going
the
to
flickerways. But
no, no, no,
if
gonna
it targets the cutthroat, he will still be flickered. Correct.
yeah, it'll still
So
be flickered.
I'm
So he didn't bold it. He cryptic command it.
okay.
All right, so
Ooh, I like Diaphyte Diver as well. It
yeah,
is the what
he's
Snackcaster wanna be.
yeah, he's gonna burst lightning.
Yeah, but he still gets to eat something from the opponent's graveyard.
Yeah, which is the lightning bolt.
Okay.
And I think this Brian Bond Cutthroat is
Yeah,
really
it's
interesting
snowballing.
addition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's snowballed to a point where I don't think Jose has anything to deal with it. Yeah. Oh, he just drew the path. He just drew the path. So okay, now what
Okay,
he can do
so
if the opponent has the, but I don't think red decks has any removal to get rid of a fat creature anyway.
well he could use I mean like
Mhm.
he has the path, right? So he could use the path.
Is that Slayer Stronghold? Where is the Slayer Stronghold? I don't see it.
No, that's not Slayer Stronghold.
No,
That's the
yeah,
what's that?
the pain land
Painland, yeah.
for Stone Quarry or something. Mm.
Battle Forge Quarry.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's not a stronghold. Hold your horses there, Yuhan.
Ah, whoa.
I don't think Jose has any. If the path doesn't resolve, I don't think Jose has any out against this fat creature. But okay, the path looks like it's gonna resolve. Oh, there's an arbiter, not a path. My bad. Mm,
Oh,
Jose is top decking and Junwang has cards in hand, so I don't think he's losing.
yeah, and he's got a like charm block.
Who anger of the
Or
gods?
anger and swing in, and
Yes.
that's it. Okay, so we're going to go to a game 3. Jim Wang here. His deck looks so different.
It is different. I think Blue Moon needs to adapt. Because their removal is not effective as blue white control. So instead of trying to react to your opponent, post board they can make their opponent react to them. And the
Yeah.
surprise card rule. I mean, like as what Din Sam said, I wouldn't
Caught
play
with the
around
pants
this
down.
card. I wouldn't play around
I
this
know,
card.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you're gonna drop that and turn 2. Oh, god damn.
Turn 2 this creature that grows big every time.
Yeah, and like Jim Wang, I mean like traditionally we know like Jim Wang's that would just go like, oh, I'm gonna Blood Moon and then I'm slowly gonna kill you, right? I'm
Yeah.
gonna drop my Battle Skull and I'm just gonna be in
Yeah.
and just like stifle all your activities because your mana base is like super greedy.
Yep.
But this is like a totally different
Mhm.
different, I won't say different take on it, but like post sideboard, like it has transformed into
Yeah,
okay,
more-
I'm just gonna go full control, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna counter all your
Yeah.
spells, gonna
Yeah, just
bolt all
play
your
a creature.
creatures.
It's like a protect the queen kind of style.
Mm.
Post board, where you drop a very hard to remove threat
Yep.
and then protect it, and then try to win the game. And I like this. Control decks need to change their plan.
Mm.
Especially this is still a Hogak meta, where if you're still playing the mid-rangey sideboard plan like BNB, usually back then they play Kyranos, Pia, and Kiranala. These are
Yeah.
not good enough
Yeah,
in
they're
the
a
Hogak
bit too
meta.
slow, yeah.
But after SFM unbanned on Friday, I think they can still go back to the more mid-rangey plan, which is I like Pia and Kiranala in Blue
Oh
Moon.
yeah.
Keranos is a pretty good addition, and if you're expecting a lot of people to play SFM, just go up on your braids. It answers Better Skull. It answers what do you call it? The Stoneforge Mystic itself. So I
Mm.
think Blue Moon is an interesting choice to pick. If everyone's playing SFM decks, they do have a good chance to beat this.
Yeah, but their finisher should not be Better Scout anymore. Their finisher should be something else.
Mm.
Like the Bright Boy
Yeah,
Cutthroat.
that's one good
It's like,
finisher.
what the hell?
I wouldn't play around it. I still think Keranos is still a good finisher.
Oh yeah. For sure.
SFM decks are known to be slow, and you can grind them out with the card advantage with Keranos. So
Yep.
I don't think Blue Moon decks should ever remove them from the sideboard, except for the Hogak meta. Maybe it's just too slow. So you get to play with these cards on Friday. And the thing about the Hogak ban is slower decks now have a chance to finally come out.
Yay,
yeah,
we
they-
can have like a healthy format again.
I don't know how healthy it will be. I expect the first few weeks of Modern to
Just like burn.
yeah, either you play Burn because it is a fast enough deck to raise whatever mid-range deck that is available,
Or
or
you play
you play.
Stoneforge Mystic.
Everybody's playing SFM. Then
Yeah.
that's the thing. If everyone wants to play,
Dude, it's like you get
mm,
you get like a PS4, right? Oh, okay. Do you like cars?
Hmm?
Or do you like
yes,
cars?
I do love cards.
Okay. So like somebody gives you like the new Supra like 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me you're gonna like wait 1 month before you like step into the Supra. No,
Yeah.
you're gonna like get in the Supra and like drive it around and play play around with it. So Stoneforge Mystic has been missing from the format for a long
Yes,
time.
it was never legal in Modern. That's the thing.
Was it? Did it start not legal?
It
Oh yeah,
was banned
okay.
when it was
Yeah.
printed for some reason.
Yep. So, the minute it came out, I think there was
Yeah.
one or two one season. There was
Mhm.
one season of modern.
Mm-hmm.
That is the beginnings, the very beginnings of modern. I don't know. Were you playing Magic back then?
No, I started during Color Dash.
Ah, okay. So I remember. I think it's like 1 or 2 seasons of modern,
Mm-hmm.
and then people like figured out, oh yeah, Core Blade is like the best.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You have
I guess I've read about that.
yeah, Core Blade is like 100% the best. In the top 8, you have 30. The reason why they banned it is like top 8 was all Core Blade. 32
That was
copies
standard,
of Jace.
right?
Yeah,
Yes.
32 copies of Jace in your opening 75 times for
Mhm.
for that. It's like crazy. And then Mental Misstep was another one where they banned it like
Mental Misstep deserves to be banned.
yeah, because like that
there's
just
no deck that don't want to play Mental Misstep.
of course, right? You don't want to be playing like 56 cards. So like all the reasonings have been legit, right? I don't think there has been any banning that I have fully disagreed with. I
Mhm.
see the point. I don't like it, but like sometimes I don't like it.
Mhm.
But that's the way it is. Jose here with a great start. He
He's
needs
a
to,
little color screwed right now.
yeah, he's a little card screwed. But guess what? He's got Edaval.
Yeah, he
Edaval,
has
you
Edaval.
you can't counter Edaval. I was gonna say like
Mm.
the best way that Jose can, or the easiest way that Jose can win, against a control deck.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is great.
Oh!
The fetch in response to the yes. And, oh yes, he played
yeah, okay.
around
Nice.
the arbiter. So Junbong knows his magic, he knows
Yeah.
his stuff. Uh,
Nicely done, nicely done.
so he gets to pay the 2 mana to search. So the
Yeah,
arbiter
he's-
basically just slowed him down for a bit.
Yeah, I mean like slow him down for a bit. He'll look for his red source and after that just like bolt
Just bolt it.
it away.
Oh, he did pay the 2 mana, right? Why didn't he search before his Flutter Strand? I mean, yeah.
no,
Did
so
he
now he's-
remember?
he's
He
paying, yeah.
remember?
You remember.
Oh, or in response to him tapping the 2 mana, why? And then, he flickered it again, so now he can't search. Yes,
No,
there's
he can.
no, he can't because this is a new arbiter then, and then the new text applies. Text TAX, yes. This is a neat trick that I've played on Moto before.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Okay. Wait, let's bring up.
Arbiter, Leonin arbiter, yes.
Arbiter. Here we go.
Mhm.
Yep. So you paid for that too. Players can't search libraries. Any player may pay 2 for
Yes.
that player to ignore the effect of until end of turn. You pay for that arbiter.
Yes, correct. And
Right.
then when you flicker it, it's a newborn
Then you pay,
arbiter.
yeah, there's a brand new arbiter. It's like, no, you didn't pay
You
the
didn't-
tax, bro.
So, yeah, I agree with that. Dire Fleet to bolt. What is going on? Okay.
Woo! Okay, so basically Jose had like enough damage on the board.
Mhm.
Lightning bolt to Chumeng's face, paying that one extra. Flashing in the
The dire
the
fleet
dire
to
fleet
bolt
cutthroat.
you, bro.
Use your
Bolt
bolt to kill you.
That's for bolting all my creatures.
Oh my goodness.
This is what I like. Okay, assuming that Jose playing this deck in a post Hogak ban meta. This is where it shines, where mid range deck and in general decks that wants to go a little slower has a chance to play at Magic.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. Texas deck,
What
I
are you
love myself like
Yeah.
I love myself like some Texas, right?
Mhm.
And like Texas just slow your opponent down like one turn, and if they
Yes.
don't draw that, like they're
The land, right?
expecting to they're expecting to get to like 4 lands, right?
Uh-huh.
And they got to that 4 lands about to play that Jace, and then no, you're not playing the Jace.
Talia, you.
Talia you. Talia you and like, oh no. And then you don't find that 5th land. Right? Because like you're expecting to
Yeah.
you're playing like a 24 4 land deck,
Mhm.
in the next 5 or 6 turns, maybe you get like 5 lands.
Mhm.
So yeah, wonderful play here by
Jose.
Jose. His deck is kind of weird. Like it has Kiki Jiki.
Yeah, basically it's a mid-range deck, trying to control the board and then try to
But
chase some wins with Blood Moon.
But has some like options, right? Like but I don't know what Kiki Jiki combos off with. Or
Resto
Resto
Angel.
Angel.
Yes, Resto Angel.
Yeah, okay. Good point.
Both decks play the Infinite Win. I mean the one turn kill. And it's just that Jose got. I mean, post board they cannot win by combo. Both decks has a lot of
They know.
removal.
Yeah, they know.
So Jose has the slight advantage because of the amount of creatures he play. That's
Yeah,
about it.
that's true.
That's about
And
it.
he can like keep dealing damage, right? Like
And
it keeps
and
chipping
Chun
in.
Wong doesn't play Thing in the Eyes. That's one thing that matters.
Oh
as well. If he
yeah,
had
that's
Thing in the
true.
Eyes, he could have chain and then
He could have
bounce the
like block.
creature.
Yeah,
Yes.
he number one he can block
Mhm.
creatures. He can like then flip the
The
thing in
Thing
the
in the
eyes.
Eyes. So it
that'll be
matters in such sense that I know that it is a good time to cut Thing in the Eyes because there's no Hogak running around.
Yeah.
But this is the price you pay when you play against a creature heavy deck. Yeah.
That's true. All right, we'll be back in about 15 minutes'
Mhm.
time, so don't go away. Round 2 is about to start. Remember, you can join us on the stream Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Singapore time,
Yes.
twitch.tv/Grey Games. Remember to join us this weekend for some Eternal Action. That's our monthly legacy tournament. It
Yes.
starts at 1 p.m. Singapore time on Sunday, so do join us then. If you're watching us on YouTube, which is youtube.com/GreyOgreGames, you can catch us live and interact with us on Twitch, twitch.tv/GreyOgreGames. And remember, if you like what you see and hear, do follow us and subscribe to us on all social media feeds, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Right?
Yes.
All right, we'll be back in a while, so don't go away. See you guys.
Shut up and sit down.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. What?
Oh yeah, welcome.
Why'd you stop me, Alfian?
I thought we weren't on, but we were on.
No, we were on. We were so on. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our second seasonal qualifiers here for the Grey Ogre Games Invitationals 2019. My name is Meik. I'm one of your hosts alongside the future pro, Alfian Put.
Hey guys.
We should change the title. Seasonal qualifier to... What's the...
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on.
Anyway. What? What?
You gonna change something?
Yeah.
Oh, still qualify 2. Yeah, is it not?
Yeah.
SQ2?
Yeah, it is SQ2.
Okay.
No, but it is the Grey Ogre Games Invitationals, man.
Oh, it's not road. We are in the
Yeah, yeah.
invitationals. We are in the invitationals. Completely forgot about that. Invitationals.
2019.
Okay, very cool. Safe?
Safe.
Okay.
We
Yes.
should change this too.
Oh, want-
You change that. And we're watching the match here between Fu Pichun and Kenneth Wong. I think the on the
Oh, yeah, on the wrong. Okay. Now.
right and left, respectively.
Okay, cool.
Um,
They're not playing Hogak, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't
blank
know.
that out, blank that out.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's not Hogak versus Hogak. That'll be a bit funny.
Yeah.
That would be kind of funny, but not really. Yes,
Yeah.
of course, Spirits versus Amulet Titan. Pichun playing his very favorite Amulet Titan deck.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard? Pichun has got a present recently.
Oh, what?
Someone foiled out his Amulet Titan deck.
What?
Yeah.
As a present?
I think so. I don't know. He's not playing the foil version. He's playing the normal one now. That's weird.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Well, he's still playing the same deck.
Well, he's got
anyway.
I mean
Yeah,
like
still
he's got both, right? So bang
Yeah.
bang. I got the bling, yo.
Amulet Titan.
Yeah. So Amulet Titan works on, as the name suggests,
Oh, wait.
Amulet of Vigor.
Hold on. This is the turn. This is the turn
Yeah, that's
one.
the turn one
Amulet-
Vigor.
There's a turn one Amulet into turn two Azusa. This is where we might see the game end.
Okay. Is the game gonna end like now? I
Oh wait,
think
no,
so.
that's a
Cavern
Cavern
of Souls.
Okay, lame.
So he's got two more.
Oh, okay.
Right. Tap.
Point.
Bounce.
3
3 mana again.
Trinket Mage.
Alright, so Trinket Mage gonna look for. Oh, this is interesting. This is new.
Get another amulet. Oh,
Oh,
there
okay,
we go.
alright.
Okay.
Alright, good game, Kenneth.
Kenneth right now has access to 3 mana. He has spell quality.
Shake, shake the room. Alright, never mind. Hello everyone and welcome back to round 2 of our weekly modern tournament here at Grey Ogre Games. It's
Yes.
more than modern.
Mhm.
My name is Mick. I'm one of
And-
your hosts alongside
Shake the meta, shake.
Shaker. Yeah, okay.
Someone
it should
gave
be
me the
shake
name.
the meta. It should be shake the meta shaker.
Yes.
Not the meta shaker.
All right, sure. And
Sure.
I like this. This goes way back. Death Shadow versus Burn is indeed a very interesting matchup because this is one of the matchups where you get to see the skill of both players navigating through the game as it progresses. Because if you to ask any Burn player, they would say, "Oh, Death Shadow is a good matchup." And then you ask any Death Shadow player, they will say, "Oh, Burn is actually
Burn
a
is
good,
a great
good
matchup.
So this is basically how you dance through the battlefield. Death Shadow wants to go to that sweet spot below 13. And then Burn is just like, yeah, you go low, bro. I'm just gonna like bowl
Just
you to
gonna
death.
bowl you, yeah. I've
And
got like 3 bolts in hand. What you got?
and I like this start. Burn always wants to start with their creatures because it is consecutive damage, and anything more than hitting once is a bonus for them.
Yeah, so I mean like if every card in a burn deck is about 3 points of
Mhm.
damage, right? 3.1 something
Mhm.
points of damage because of the Boros Charm.
Mhm.
So when you have a Goblin Guide and it fetches your opponent like some lands,
Mhm.
it doesn't really matter because like you're dealing double
Oh,
Goblin Guide, yeah.
Double Goblin Guy and only one lander.
Yeah.
So
Because you're dealing a lot of damage with the Goblin Guide.
Ooh, if he only plays one land, okay,
Does
doesn't
he want the
matter.
Thought Scour?
I wouldn't. Would I see a dismember and he's
Oh,
like,
no,
do
no,
I
no, no,
want
no,
to
no,
cast it?
that's-
The only reason why I would see him casting the dismember is to turbo the Death Shadow next turn.
Yeah.
If you dismember, the
You could,
Death Shadow
like-
immediately gets out range of bolt, and it is a threatening thing because there's no way game one that Cowler can get rid of a Death Shadow.
Yeah.
And okay, they just
And the
shortcut.
and the
Mhm.
fact that like Cowler is like stuck on
On
one
land.
land.
Oh, I
right
see
now.
another.
Yeah, I see another Goblin Guide.
Oh, this is. I would have kept this hand. This is the triple
Yeah,
goblin
the triple
guy.
Goblin Guide. Yeah.
And the one lander. But if I'm Lucas, oh, he really dismembered to
Okay.
take 4-6 in total. So he's down to 9. If he has a Death Shadow, it will be great. It will be a 4-4 Death Shadow out of range of a bolt, and he can probably raise with Teamer Battle Rage. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't play Raid and not play Teamer Battle Rage in Death Shadow. So you're doing it wrong. Okay.
Yeah. So he's going. I don't
Ooh.
think he'll go down to 5. But does he
7.
have the? Sorry. Yeah. I don't think he'll go down to 7. Does he have
If he has the
it
Death
in
Shadow, he
hand?
just slam it, but it
But it
doesn't look
do-
like he doesn't have it.
Yeah.
He has all okay. He has stubborn denial, no removal. Oh, that's a Death
No,
Shadow. I
yeah.
think yeah, he has the Death Shadow. Yeah. Not okay. I would have just played the Blood Creep instead. Go down to 7. Hold up stubborn denial. Your opponent is stuck
Mm.
on lands. You have a blocker. Okay, I mean, just okay. Maybe your opponent gets lucky and roll land, but
Yeah.
but that play would have stopped anything that he has done because if he were to fetch shock, he's forced to fetch a blue land,
Mm-hmm.
and he wants that double black. So I'm not sure. Maybe.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like, so if he fetches here, right now the Death Shadow is like 4/4, right? He fetches here, brings it down to 5, takes, br-
Mm-hmm.
sorry, brings it up to 5, and then takes another 2 points of damage that goes up to 7. So now you've got a 7/7 Death Shadow,
If I'm Lucas, I wouldn't fetch it. It's dangerous to fetch right now because your opponent can respond and
and
do
like double bolt, right?
and double bolt. Oh, Boros Charm here. Oh, yep. This is where this is the window for color to resolve a spell because blue Death Shadow decks tend to run Stubborn Denial,
Yep.
and this is where I would just he allowed it.
Oh,
Okay, the
wow, he
only
let it
fear
go.
of him allowing it is because the TBR, the Timber Battle Rage kill, will just get him.
Right.
Mm.
Okay. But he doesn't. I mean, like Lucas didn't look for red, so Kowler should be thinking like, maybe I should like
But
just.
he saw the blood creep
You know?
from Goblin Guy.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Good point. Good point.
I would just attack with play because he needs to play this to fake
Yeah.
the
The
TBR.
like.
Yep. Okay, then just block and there's no point not blocking. You will die
Yeah. No.
anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
he won't. He goes to 5. That's 9 times 2 18. He wouldn't die. So he cannot block actually.
No, but if that like.
He has a bolt and no,
Oh,
he'll be
true.
stuck on
Yeah.
red mana.
He'll be stuck on red mana.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he could choose not
He
to
should have.
bolt.
Yeah. I think he should have put the what do you call it?
Okay, if he doesn't bolt right, and he goes fetch shot. Yeah, I mean,
He goes Fat Shock, Timber
he
Battle
wouldn't die.
Rage,
He
and
wouldn't
is
die. He'll
still
still
won't
be
be
at
dead.
2 life.
Mm-hmm.
So doesn't matter. But I would say if got Boros Chan down to 4, I
No,
wouldn't
there will
let
be
this
some-
this cannot resolve.
Yep.
Then
You're
okay.
in a good place with your
Mhm.
with your Death Shadow, right? Like this isn't something that you want to resolve because you've still got Street Wraiths in your hand. Because you've got Snapcasters as well, you might as well play that spell. You're gonna get it back with Snapcaster. Uh,
Yep.
yeah.
So I think he can wait. But Kowler is on a clock. He can play the other Goblin guy as a blocker and then hold up bolt. He does have bolt in hand, but this is where the Death Shadow players want to be. Like if you're holding up mana to bolt me only once a turn and you're playing creatures to so called time walk me, it's fine because at the end of the day I will draw my TBR and just beat you. So
Yep.
this is where he wants to be. 8 is a healthy life total. He can't double Boros Charm right now. So yeah.
Yeah, when your opponent like you said, right, Grizzly's Death Shadow against Burn wants to see like, okay, you stop at 3 lands, right? 3 lands means that you can do maximum 2 things on your turn. Because like unless you go like Lava Spike, like
Yep.
like Lightning Bolt, right? Then maybe that's slightly different. Or like Lava Spike, the spectacle card and
Yep.
Lightning Bolt.
Skewer the
That is Lucas's like deadliest fear. Right,
and this is a window for Kowler to resolve a spell. But then again, the fear of dying to Timber Battle Rage is real. That
man.
yeah, this is hard. He needs to play in such a way where Lucas doesn't go at the critical 3 life and then just beat you. He wants to be at 3. I mean, the only reason why he would let it
Resolve.
is just because he has multiple spells. But now he's stuck on lands.
Mm,
Most
mm,
of
mm.
his cards is 2 casting cons. He just can't do it. The risk of getting TBR is just too great. So yeah, he has to allow Lucas to do whatever he wants. And yeah, this is back to the same thing. If you helix him, he goes to 4. It is
But
a
then
9/9
yeah,
Death Shadow.
then it's a giant Death Shadow.
Yeah,
who's
and he just
gonna,
died.
like,
And then so this is the
no,
problem.
he'll be down to 2 lah. He'll
Uh,
still survive. He'll still survive.
helix. Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, then he would have done it. But then again, the stubborn denial would be a hoser. So
Now Stubborn
that
Denial is
is
a
a
hoser.
So
Just now was an opportune time
for him to resolve. So maybe he could have done it, but who knows?
then that would be perfect, right? Like he just
Mm.
lightning bolt, and then
Win game.
and yeah. Of
I
course, he doesn't know that Lucas here has
Nothing.
another, has a card here that can make him lose life instant speed.
oh Steel Wave, yeah, that's the
Yeah,
best
Street
out.
Rave is
It is great. I mean,
mutagenic growth.
yeah, it's a mutagenic growth for Death Shadow, and what Lucas can do here is actually, he doesn't have to shock anymore.
Yeah,
Oh, he would.
he
Why
can
would he
just
would?
nah.
I
I
wouldn't
don't
go
think
down to
yeah.
5. Beat you with this 6 powered creature
All right, so
first.
no Teemo Battle Rage
Mhm.
here, clearly.
And then now he has the Stubborn Denier backup because he has Snapcaster. So yeah, take it. You don't have to fight for this. I mean, he can fight for this as well. Uh, because the next turn opponent can yeah, he can. This one gains life, so maybe he wants to fight for it.
Mm,
Stubborn Denial later. Yeah, fight for this, and he doesn't die to a double bolt right now, unless the opponent top deck a land and then Boros
yeah.
Jumbo.
Then,
But it is the chances are quite slim for him to do it.
oh hey.
I mean, it does that, but we know.
Okay,
We,
so land
mm,
land's there, right? But we saw Boros Charm earlier in the game
yep.
already, right? That got countered. So now it is possible. Actually, no. He can go. Oh no, there's a
Land,
blocker.
land,
Land Searing
Blaze,
Blaze.
what do you call it? Snackcaster
Snapcast.
and play what do you call it? Goblin guy as a blocker and pray.
And then pray for the next
no
turn, right?
removal or no Teemo
No
Battle Rage.
TBR, yeah.
Yeah, this is the only cards they lose to right now.
Man, Teemo Battle Rage is such a like
This is the only reason why like Death Shadow has a chance against Burn actually.
Mm-mm.
Um,
It's such a gotcha card,
yeah,
man.
it's
It's like heh.
yeah, but Lucas might also want to play around deflecting pump. Yes, it doesn't sound normal, but most of the burn decks now has adapted to play deflecting pump in the main board to combat the whole guy.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
So,
eight point of damage going in your face. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna redirect the 8 point of damage to you.
So,
You
uh,
sir.
it's a consideration for Lucas, but I
Yep.
don't think he should play around the card game one. Oh yes, Inquisition. So
Inquisition is a fantastic card
mhm,
to have.
to have I would do it right now before combat and to fake the TBR again.
Mm.
As long as he has don't tap your red mana.
Yeah.
Okay, now he forces Gowler to react. Does he want to Searing Blaze right now? Does he want to bolt right now? Because if not, he's just gonna lose his value. So I would probably take Searing Blaze if I'm Lucas. So Gowler should just play the Searing Blaze.
I would fire off the Searing Blaze.
Yeah, the bolt and I mean he can't cast Skewer the critic, so it's either that or bolt. So yeah, just Searing Blaze. Yeah,
I will cast Searing Blaze here.
get rid of the
Because
Snapcaster.
yeah, and which will force Lucas to like play another creature next turn.
Mm. Yeah.
Oof.
No, don't wait. The Searing Blaze is a good card.
Yeah.
You get to get rid
You-
of
you-
a blocker.
And
If you
then
top deck
you
a
do
creature.
deal 3 points of damage to your opponent as well. For like the cost is the same, right? It's
Yeah.
like lightning bolt and lightning bolt. But the fact that it comes in one neat package, one
Mhm.
card, like that's really
Yep, I think he should do it.
okay.
Oh, but if he fetches, he might
Oh.
die to the
Will
Death
he?
Shadow. Fetch. Okay, he takes 3 down to 4. That's 9.
Okay, so if Lucas has Teemo
Nine.
Battle Rage, right?
He's gonna lose
Cow-
anyway.
Yeah, Cowler is dead anyway, right?
yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Oh, I think
Uh,
Cowler is playing around the Searing. What do you call it?
Teemo Battle Rage?
No, the Street Rave. Because if he plays, it
okay.
goes down to 4, and then if he didn't block or didn't play or removal, he just die. Street Rave 4 to 2. That's
Yeah, but
11
he can,
damage.
but he can block with the
Yeah, but I mean, assuming that Lucas has a remover, but she doesn't have any. Lucas doesn't have anything. That's I mean, you have to block the what do you call it? Death Shadow.
Death
It's a
Shadow,
little
yeah.
attacker. No, bro, don't think. You snap block that thing and pray it doesn't have TBR.
So I think you go like you block because if you see, if Lucas has Teemo Battle Rage, you lose anyway, right?
Yeah.
So you block,
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
right? And then you fire off the
Searing Blaze
Searing
on.
Blaze.
On,
Because if he's got Teemo Battle Rage, you lose anyway.
yeah.
So, I don't know how many times I say that, but like that's
Yeah. Okay. He chooses to the best line of play here.
mm-mm.
I mean, if you have TBR, sucks to be me, but doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I think this is the best play he can make. So now
And then next turn just hope for like a 2 mana
oh,
2
2
mana
1 yeah 2
damage
yeah.
spell. That's
He
it.
plucked the bolt, right? Yeah, okay. So Searing Blaze here. Gary or Snackcaster, and hopefully he has another burn spell in hand. Because there's a skewer critics in hand, which is stranded. So yeah, it's
Oh.
gonna resolve. Oh,
Okay,
he
so
might wanna
Lucas is thinking, okay, do I scour
yes cover
myself,
and
try
try
to
to
find,
draw
yeah,
the stubborn denial.
or
Nope.
try to draw a
No.
snapcaster?
No.
Stubborn denial?
Okay.
No, that's
Nope.
a land. All
Yeah.
right, so
Sure.
that
Take
dies.
3 down to 4, and pray his opponent doesn't have any burn spell.
Yeah.
A creature doesn't do it because he has Gurmag Angler to block.
Mm.
Skewer to critics is not enough. So Reef Bolt, Gowler still loses.
So
Yeah.
Cowler just
Any
knows
1 mana
that.
or 2 mana burn spell.
Yeah. Cowler knows
Come
that
on, he
this is
knows
the last draw.
this is the last draw. He knows. Oh, it's a land.
It's a
No,
land.
it's a land, right?
It's a
Oh,
land.
oh no, you're so close. Oh,
Wow.
that's damn close.
It's devastating.
This is the thing I like about this matchup is it doesn't look close at either point of time, unless of
Right.
course the one player draws Steamer Battle Rage, and that's
Yeah,
it. Game 1 only.
No, the game looks close all the way
Yes,
to the end, right? Like
yep.
it's never lopsided because
Correct.
both players are managing life totals,
Mhm.
right? Cowler is trying to manage Lucas is trying to manage his life total so he doesn't get burnt out by Cowler. But Cowler is also trying to manage Lucas's life total so he doesn't get killed by the bloody Death Shadow.
So,
Right?
yeah.
So it's this like little balancing game, right? And
Mhm.
all the way to that last card, and that's the testament of like how close this game is, right?
Mhm.
If Cowler had drawn any
Non-land.
non-creature, non-land
Yep,
card,
he would have
that
won.
would have been game over
Yep.
for Lucas. And so, this is one of those matchups which it's very interesting to watch,
Mhm.
because the decisions you have to make are really on the fly. It really depends on how much your opponent is burning you,
Yep.
and it really depends on like how much you can take the burn as a Death Shadow player.
Yes, correct.
And then on the other side of the table, of course, is about like how much damage can you take from a Death
Mm.
Shadow? What are the crazy things my opponent can do? Like, have 4 Street Raves in hand
Mm.
and just discard. You think you're safe on like 16 life, and then your opponent, just like surprise and then bolt you and you're dead. So
Mm.
it's fun to watch, and when you're playing against other decks, especially you played Grixis Death Shadow. You play like
Yes.
4 color and 5 color versions
Yes.
of Grixis Death Shadow.
The burn matchup for me, because of the colors I'm running, it is
Mm.
a little easier. I have Tamagoi for the early clock, so let's say, he wants to burn me out, or control my life total. Tamagoi is a very good threat against burn.
Mm.
It gets out of range for bolt, so easily.
Very, very
Yeah.
quickly, right?
So the earlier threat. So if I don't have the turn 2 creatures, then I will be in a back foot because I win through combat damage. But by playing Goive, I have more options in to do on turn 2. Because Lucas, the thing about Grixis Death Shadow, yes, they do have counter magic, but their creatures, their threat light, they only have Snapcasters and Death Shadow
Yeah.
and Gurmag. But Gurmag is hard to turbo on turn 2, and if you're on the draw against burn, it might not be good enough. So yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Mhm.
Like the and your matchups against like other decks, they're not.
Not
They're
bad.
they're a bit more straightforward, right?
Yes.
Like as opposed to this. So we'll see where where this game
Mm.
goes. But yeah, Cowler
Mm.
Cowler has a easy / hard time lah.
Yes,
Right.
it just depends on the Death Shadow player's draw.
Mm.
And the good thing about Death Shadow is that it is one of the best mid-range deck out there.
Yeah.
It used to be 20%+ of the meta field, also like Hogak, but it's not as crazy.
Yeah,
Because
it's not broken.
Mhm.
It really isn't broken lah.
Yeah.
Like you cannot. I very rarely see
Mm.
a turn to Death Shadow.
Yes, they need to work for it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And if you know how to play around, how they do it, make them work for it first, and then you start attacking their life total. Ooh, Death Shadow.
Oh, Death Shadow of the
Never
top.
something
Okay.
you want to look at when you're
Ugh.
playing against it. This is the namesake card, and okay, he has a stubborn denial backup now. If he taps out for like a Boros charm or something.
Mhm.
So, but this is an insane start for Gowler as well.
Hoo, hoo,
The
hoo, hoo.
creature into he knows Death Shadow is coming, but I can raise the Death Shadow because I'm on the play.
And I've got like
Mm,
I've
two cre-
got 2 creatures. I've got a
Mm.
whole bunch of burn in hand. You play a Death Shadow
Mm.
now. Ooh, that's
Yeah, it's
a
a
fancy land.
Scalding that. So if he has Fatal Push, he probably want a Fatal Push. But if is that 2 Death Shadows? I see 1. That's for sure. We know that we
Oh,
saw
I
it.
think that's 2 Death Shadows.
Okay, then take the damage. I will take
Yeah,
the damage.
for sure.
Fetch.
That's
So
for-
total take 5 with the fetch land,
Is that 5? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
and that is what do you call it? So you'll be at 10, right?
Yeah,
to
so it'll
me
be a
it's
3-3.
2 3 Death Shadows and then fake the Street Rave. I dare you to bolt me. I dare you to bolt my green. Because people
Oh,
tend to forget.
scared,
Yeah.
man.
I mean,
Scared.
like if you
Oh, you just put down another fetch land
yeah,
and then be like,
yeah. So yes,
what you got, man? What you
this
got?
yeah. So he's gonna play a land later. So the Death Shadow is definitely out of bolt range, Sherry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, two Death Shadows. Kowler will have a
Yeah, that'll
difficult,
be,
very
yeah.
very difficult time to get rid of these two, unless he plays Path, which I assume he is going to play Path. But his hand is Helix and Lava Spike. So yeah.
Okay, so there goes one way to get rid of creatures.
But
But another good way to get rid of creatures is through combat.
blocking, yeah,
Yeah,
just block the creature.
yeah, just
You're never gonna outgrow a Death Shadow as a burner. I mean, these prowess creatures are not going to outgrow Death Shadow.
yeah.
But another line Lucas could have taken if you wanted to be more conservative was actually to stubborn denial the Lava Spike.
Oh wow.
That
Okay,
was
yeah.
one way if he really wants to play safe. But
I think I would do that.
mm,
I would do that. Like save that 3 life.
mm,
It's you will take the 4 and your death shadows will be like
yep.
huge mongers.
But if I were him right now, if he has two Death Shadow double slam in, this will put a faster clock one, and Color can't just attack you anymore.
Yeah.
The
A
stubborn
path to
in
exile. Yeah,
yep.
one times path to exile.
Doesn't
Like,
matter. You still have outs
yep.
to because you have the other Death Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
So you force him to path one, and then he can't really attack into you because he might just die the next turn. So yeah, I like this play from Lucas. Yeah. So and then I looking at his hand, Cowler's hand, he can't get rid of the Death Shadow. That's one.
Okay, but he's got like 9 points of burn in hand right now, right?
But he does. He only has three mana, so he can't. The play he I
Correct. He
would
can't
make.
he can't deploy all 9 points of burn.
What I can do is spike and then skewer the critics. Both are sorcery speed, which allow Lucas to just beat you a little if you don't play around the teamer battle range.
I think you play Spike. Okay, so I
Okay.
think you play Spike now.
Spike into then he'll be down to one, then he can't fetch. Yes, I would do it.
Yep.
No, why would you do that?
Uh,
Yeah, if
because if he's got teamer battle range, you're
no,
dead
you can't because if
anyway.
you spike and then you skewer the critics, you'll be down to one. You can't play a fetch anymore. They don't play
Yeah,
mountain.
exactly.
I would have done it. Oh no! Why?
Damn it.
Okay, the Helix might catch Lucas off guard.
Nah, he's gonna keep up he's
Um,
gonna keep up with stamina, you know. So
Yeah. Oh no, he should have done it. Okay.
I
Okay.
mean you're blocking both creatures anyway, right? Like both of them are 9/9.
Yeah. Block.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lucas is like, yeah, sure, bro. Lose two your creatures. Next turn, he's just gonna play Mark Angler and hold the blue mana up. He can't fetch anymore. Fetching means he just in response, I just bolt you.
Mm.
That's why I would actually just cure the critics.
Yeah.
You won't die to TBR. The
Well,
thing
Lucas knows he can't fetch anymore, right? So
I hope Lucas
doesn't
knows he
really
can't fetch
matter.
anymore.
We
The
assume,
Helix.
we
Yeah.
assume.
Oh, he passed the turn. He didn't play.
He didn't play the Gamma Angler
Then he might die to double
to
skull.
a
Yeah.
to a
Okay.
random.
Yeah. But doesn't matter. Color has very few outs right now. Oh, is that a double spell? What is that? Okay. 2 mana.
Please don't tell me that's a
I
lava.
don't.
Oh,
Yeah. Whatever.
okay.
It's
I
a
don't
blocker
know.
right now.
Okay.
I'm just gonna beat you. You can't do anything. You just have to beat. Yep. Lucas
So-
doesn't have to do anything. Lucas just have to attack with 2/9/9s every turn. How long can you keep this up?
Yeah.
I
Man,
think Lucas has the game in the back already with the stubborn denial backup.
Yeah.
Be you. You have to block. If you don't block, you lose.
You die this. Yeah.
Colour.
Well, you go down one.
No, he has a
but
fetch
like-
land.
Oh, he's got a fetch land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a
Oh,
fetch
but
land.
scary lah. You fetch and then immediately you like bolt.
But
but
he has
you've
stubborn,
got stubborn denial backup.
so he's
yeah.
okay. Yep.
Does he
Uh,
have another stubborn denial?
I would have actually tapped the Fury Isla instead to hold up the path.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, to hold up path and bolt.
Alright.
And it will make Lucas have a longer time thinking about what is out. So
Mm.
I mean something to consider. But I don't think Color has outs anymore as of now. Opponents have 4 Boros
Oh
Charms.
wow,
stubborn
is
denial.
that double
Oh.
skewer? Okay, and Lucas takes it 2 games to 2 games to
Mm.
nothing. I still got all these, bro. Look at all my gems. Yeah, I think Cowler sequenced it a bit wrongly, right? I think the burn was slightly out of sequence.
Mhm.
Should have been, you know,
He could have been more aggressive with
should have
that
been
lava
more
spike.
aggressive, yeah.
Put you to 1, you cannot fetch anymore.
Mm.
So yeah, that was the best play. But I mean, Lucas had the stubborn eye up, so there was no way he was winning. But that play could have made him more outs to win.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's true.
Mm.
All right, we are going to take a break right now,
Mhm.
and we'll be back in about 25 minutes time. So don't go away. Remember, join us on the stream Wednesdays 8 p.m. twitch.tv/Grey Ogre Games. That's 8 p.m. Singapore time. So you go figure out what time it is.
Okay.
It will be 8 a.m. in New York,
Okay,
like
we are
where
GMT +8, guys.
yeah, where Peladon is from. We also can be found on youtube.com/GrillGames, and if you're watching us from there, do join us live on Twitch so that you can interact with us in the chat, like all these wonderful people.
Mhm.
Last but not least, do check us out on our social media feeds: Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And if you're ever in Singapore, do pop by the store, man. Everybody's ready to play.
Yes.
Or you can just buy cards.
That
We've
is
got
one
a
way.
lot. There's a lot of cards here.
Yes.
All right. We'll be back in a short while, so don't go away. See you guys. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the second seasonal qualifiers for the Grey Ogre Games Invitationals 2019. My name is Mika, one of your hosts, alongside Macho Man Nat Caron.
Hello guys, I'm glad to be here. Here to catch some modern.
Where you are like fish out of water.
Yeah.
Next,
Color
well,
commentary.
next week you'll be able to like school me, because I will just be here, being the pretty face, just sitting down and acting pretty.
What do you have on next week?
We have our monthly legacy
Ooh,
for the month
nice.
of October. I know it's the 1st of September, but I
Yep.
mean, like, yeah, it's for the month of October.
Yeah,
Month of August, not October.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Talking about some legacy, but for now we're talking about modern.
Yeah, and we're watching Wei Xiong play against Pichun, and we saw Pichun earlier in round 1, and he is running the Amulet Titan deck. Oh, so now I know what's wrong with the camera. Okay, I'll go fix it later. He's playing against Wei Xiong, and Wei Xiong seems to be playing
Blue-white?
blue-white control.
Looks like blue-white to me.
Yeah. So, Amulet Titan, I think, got slightly better against. It got slightly better in this format. I won't call it meta, because like Amulet Titan is definitely a combo deck, right? Like with the introduction of London Mulligan, that's the one. Amulet Titan just got better odds because you can mulligan to, I think, 4 cards and still win the game on turn 3, right? Just 2 lands, Amulet, and then Azusa or something like that. Some stupid, ridiculous combination of cards. And they're like, yeah, I'm gonna just go to mulligan until I get the right combination of cards.
Yeah. So who do you think is most favored in this matchup? Blue-white control or Amulet? I'm telling I'm thinking blue-white is favored.
I think blue-white might be favored if they've got like a mana leak. If their deck
Okay.
runs mana leak, like I think they're good, right? If
Prismatic. There's a prismatic. You know that mana rock that makes
the
charge counter.
Astrolabe.
No. There's a charge counter one. Prismatic Prism, I believe. They played it at Nauseam deck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he has it in hand.
Oh,
What is
Pentad
it?
Prism.
Pentad Prism,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Oh, he's got Pentad Prism?
Yeah, it's Pentad Prism in hand.
What?
What is he playing? Turn 1 Astrolabe?
Turn
Yeah,
one Astrolabe.
so
Okay. So
is this a normal blue-white control deck?
No. This is not. This is it's like Snow Control.
Snow Control?
Yeah.
Not Snow Patrol?
Yeah, I know. Damn it, lah. I was just gonna make the damn joke. I believe there's black in this deck. There might be black or green in this deck.
Okay. Oh, Ben. Okay, we'll see.
Yeah. So
And
this
here's the
is not
main deck,
your.
Pitting Needle.
Mm-hmm.
So the modern meta, making everyone play sideboard cards in the main deck. guys, this is a healthy format.
This is definitely
Oh,
healthy.
talking
Graph
about
digger
sideboard
stage,
cards. Are you? Is this? Did he submit? Is it 60?
Did we miss the first game or something?
Do we need a deck list check? Did he sideboard out? Did he sideboard out round one?
Yeah, we'll go and get a. We'll go and.
No, I'm just.
Well,
it's probably fine.
during my free turn, I'm gonna go do
Deck list check.
deck list check. Oh. This
That's
is
the
what I
sign.
was talking about. Like, if the deck didn't have
Mana Leak.
mana leak, like this is what you're gonna get into. Okay.
So there's only one additional land drop, I believe, and I believe he was folding one green after tapping both his two mana producing lands,
Mhm.
Kasazusa.
Mm-hmm.
So he had one green floating, and he only had one land drop. Actually, I think he's still gonna make land drops.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
So,
this would be copying.
this is land drop number two.
I believe so.
This is land drop number 2.
Is either two? Yeah, is either 2 or 3. I'm not too sure. We didn't really follow
I
up.
think it's 2. It's 2.
Yep.
So he's going to be copying the
Probably a
Solan-
Sujiri step. Because if he was copying a bounce land, he'd need to return something.
No, that's what you want to do. You want to return the land and then play the land.
But he didn't
and
return
Oh,
any.
he doesn't. Yeah.
So he's probably copying the step
The
since
step,
he didn't
okay.
return anything.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So he's probably copying. Yeah, he needs a second green source.
So he
Takes
is,
the Sujiri
he
step.
is copying the
bounce land, yeah.
Selesnya
Sle-
something.
Yeah.
We know our
The
magic.
green white green. The green white card.
bounce land.
right.
So he's returning to step. I'm
So he's got
curious-
like 6 mana next turn. Arboreal Grazer is such a weird card to put in this deck, but I guess it's a blocker, and then it allows you to put down more lands.
it ramps you.
Yeah, it ramps you, right?
And-
We in a deck that wants to
Yeah.
to ramp lands.
If you have amulet and you have
Arboreal Grazer.
yeah, it's +1, I believe. No, +2. Because it costs 1, right? And it makes 2
Mm.
because the land. With
Yeah.
the amulet.
Uh,
What do
yeah.
you,
So you get you. It's like explore. Yeah, it's better than explore. Damn, you get a body. No, but you don't get a draw card.
yeah.
I'd rather draw a card.
Well, what do you think the name on Pitting Needle is?
Good question. Good question. It's probably got to
Blue Star.
be
Blue Star.
the what's that? The
Oh, but I don't think you can name lands.
No, you can name lands. Pitting Needle, just name a
Oh.
card.
So Boros, Garrison or
Uh,
Stronghold?
Stronghold.
Stronghold's a good one.
Yeah. Archangel Stronghold. Sorry, not Archangel Stronghold. The one that gives the haste +2/+0 haste
So,
and vigilance.
It's
That was
interesting
like
that Wei Song is just already spinning his wheels here, just
it.
playing like I don't say irrelevant, but like just literally
These cards.
1 mana cards.
These
One mana
cards. Question mark.
And we'll see here when if Pichun can actually have the nuts here with like amulet into Titan. He does have Titan, so he casts Titan.
All right. So Titan.
1, 2, 3, 4. He casts Titan with the 6 he had on board.
All right.
And
So 2 more
he
land
gets
drops.
2 lands, and he gets 2 untapped lands.
All right. Gonna
That's
give it
his, yeah. Pro
pro
It
white,
doesn't matter, I guess.
pro blue, pro something. This is weird. This is not definitely not blue white control, or at least blue white control in
Well,
the sense that
he
we
won
know it.
round 1, so he has game.
Yeah, I
So
it's-
is it well? Is it well?
I believe this should be like some
Whoa.
kind of improvised
Yeah,
type
this-
deck. But like, what is he looking for?
Show me the ensnaring bridge, dude. It's legal, right?
So, yeah, so this is
Okay.
definitely a ensnaring bridge,
You
right?
can tell
If
I don't
it's
play
3
Modern.
for 3.
It's-
Dude, there's an ensnaring bridge in
825.
Legacy.
yeah, I know of Legal Legacy.
Yeah.
I know, but it was reprinted
Red-
in 7th, right?
It was only printed.
No, it's 8th, because 8th is
Eighth.
modern, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
I
reprinted
know-
8.
I know it's a white bordered.
That one is
ensnaring
ugly.
bridge.
That one's ugly.
Yeah.
I love
The only one
tech-
I know is the Stronghold one.
Yeah, the Stronghold one.
The
looks
825 one is okay.
not
bad.
825. I forget which one 825 looks like.
It's the same. It tells the same story as the Stronghold one, but it's like, HD.
In HD. Oh, okay, right. It's okay. It's Gerard, and then he's walking across. I definitely prefer the Stronghold.
Oh, he gets another needle.
Right. Oh, it's a different point of view. That's interesting. No, but this one you look at him, right? Like he's being shocked. It's like, what? And then the A25 one is like, yeah, bring it
come
on.
at me. It's like the JoJo reference. Like, oh ho, you're approaching me. So,
That's true.
He gets a needle with the naming I don't know what.
It's
Then-
got to be lens, right? Like, it has to
then,
be.
the detention sphere on the Titan.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's only one Titan. Like it's not enough.
So what Alfian said last round was that the amulet that actually has a lot of redundancy in cards like Teleria West and searching for pack
Mm-hmm.
and packing for another Titan.
Yep.
We can just see another Titan here. And he does have the pack in hand. So
Yeah,
there
okay.
you go.
So pack.
So packed into Titan.
Opponents tapped out. Like, I don't understand why he looked for another. Is he gonna sacrifice his entire board
He
and
doesn't
then
have
maybe
bridge,
play?
I don't think he has bridge. 'Cause if
Maybe
he had
doesn't
bridge,
have
you get bridge
yeah,
at that
you
point.
Get bridge, yeah.
But the thing is, if the needle names the Garrison here, right? We'll see what he gets. Depending on what he gets, we'll see what the needle named. Because if he does the needle named Garrison, he won't get Garrison.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm pretty sure it named Garrison as well as
the Stronghold.
Stronghold, right? Because
Slayer Stronghold is the double strike one, right?
no, Slayer Stronghold is the haste and
Oh,
Haste.
then Garrison is a double strike.
yeah.
Okay.
So both are down already, but you're still facing down a 6/6. Ensnaring Breach.
Oh, Feel the Dead. That's just next level tech. So
Nicely job, Pichun.
Nice.
I'm like,
can we get Feel the Dead on?
yeah.
I
that's-
actually
that's
I
good.
don't know
what
this
it
card
does? Okay,
I know it
Uh,
makes zombies.
yeah. So every time you drop a new land,
And
right? If you had 7 or more lands on the battlefield,
Did they see
you
that?
get a 2. You get a 2/2.
So he gets 4
Sorry?
here, right? Or gets 2.
No, he gets 2. He gets
So they see each other, right?
yeah. They see each other. He gets 2 only.
With Azusa? Oh my god, it's a lot of zombies, dude.
Yeah. But like, oh, he's playing.
Top the sword.
Yeah. Top the Sword is not a deck, unfortunately. I'm good.
just-
I'm
it's
just
just
gonna
too
say
fair?
it, yeah.
But it's a 3-card infinite combo with Urza, but then again it's a 3-card combo.
Correct.
So, yeah.
right. Where Pichun, like, essentially his deck is a 1-card combo, which is amulet of vigor.
It's
Full
like-
stop.
It's
Full
like
stop.
it's like a 1.5 card combo. It's like amulet
And
with
then
other
whatever.
things you like. It's like amulet with lands. How-
Amulet with Karoo land.
but
And they're like they're like a bajillion
lot,
Karoo
at least
lands
12.
in Pichun's deck.
but he didn't win through it. He didn't have an amulet that game. Like, he didn't need it.
Yeah, he didn't need it. He just
Wh-
needed the
What we saw that game was just complete one-sided. Just Wei Song just spinning his wheels,
yeah.
getting
It's cute.
artifacts not really relevant to the game. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a little bit relevant
He's playing stuff like he's playing artifacts that are relevant to the meta.
to the meta.
I don't think he's playing artifacts that are
I
relevant in this
What do you
game.
name with Ogre?
I don't-
Fitting, I mean, I guess Cage, okay, Cage.
No, yeah,
Guess Cage.
Graph Digger's Cage is there, Pitting Needle to stop, let's say, I don't know, Pitting Needle to stop
Burning
other.
Catacombs.
Well, to stop, like, basically, control decks or like not even burn decks, like control decks, basically, right? So the biggest threats that you have, let's take a look at MTG top 8, and we take a look at what are the biggest threats in modern right now, which is just Arclight Phoenix. You got Red Deck Wins, you got Eldrazi. I'm surprised I don't see like Hogak here.
It's probably
Maybe
it's
it's
probably
a
on the dredge.
Combo.
I think it should be on
combo
the dredge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I suppose Pitting Needle stops a few of these decks. Some.
Maybe the
I
mirror. Because what do you name top the song? Like the top foundry. But yeah,
It will incidentally stop something, right? And then it's 1 mana, which means that it provides you mana for the World of Invention.
I
right?
guess yeah.
So-
It replaces itself mana wise.
Tron. Tron is a big thing. Tron is a very big thing now. Because Tron versus Hogak is like, it's almost like a 50-50 matchup, right? It makes Tron,
If you have turn 3 Tron,
if you got turn 3
then
Tron,
yeah,
right?
you
Like,
have a-
but
you have a chance.
you can get turn 3 Tron quite
Quite easy,
easily.
yeah.
So, Wei Xiong here just trying to play try and play the odds are like you're gonna play against one of these decks. There once upon a time there was this free win red deck which had basically whatever it had either ensnaring bridge or blood moon, right? So decks were divided into those two categories.
So it just beat both.
Yeah,
decks.
if you're playing Tron or you're playing like some kind of like land deck, Blood Moon. If you're playing
So-
Tron, then if you're playing like creature decks, then Ensnaring Bridge.
Then you play like Trinisphere to stop the combo decks.
Not Trinisphere, you play Chalice. So it's got these three elements in it, right? Where one of them's gonna stop your deck.
It's like a trident.
100%.
It's like a trident.
Yeah,
Come at
exactly.
me.
And then all I have to do is just like put out my Chandra and then kill you afterwards. So yeah, it's an interesting strategy where you're being very proactive with the way you control your opponent. But it does require you to be a little bit lucky, Wei Xiong here made it into round 2 because, round 1 was probably a cakewalk for him. But unfortunately he met against Pichun, who's not playing a meta deck. Amulet Titan is definitely not on the radar for most players. But of course, when you look at Pichun's face, it's like, oh yeah, you're running Amulet Titan, aren't
Is it
you?
like says Hearthstone?
No,
Where they look-
Pichun is like the Amulet Titan player.
Oh, so you just know.
Yeah, he is. If you wanted to know how to play Amulet Titan,
ask him.
you ask Pichun, right? He will give you a masterclass on how to play this deck. Because there are so many times I keep gushing on stream, right? Like there's so many times where it looks like it's impossible for you to win, and then Pichun like, okay,
I win.
I'm gonna search for a land, with my Tolera West or whatever, and then after that just win the game from there. It's like, yeah, I guess you're good at the game.
So I'm looking on MTG top 8, and some of these war decks they actually bring in something like the Damping Sphere. So Damping Sphere has
Damping
some,
Sphere is
some
good,
game in the
yeah.
matchup. Actually, a lot of game.
That's actually very good against
Yeah.
Pichun's deck, right? Like, it just stops his lands from producing too
so
much extra mana.
So I think if they
It makes it.
if they produce 2 or more mana, it produces colorless instead.
Yeah, it
I
just
want to say
produces
that.
colorless. Here we go. Damping Sphere. So if the land is tapped for 2 or more mana, it produces colorless instead of any other type and amount. And then hello everyone and welcome to round 3 of our weekly modern tournament here at Grey Ogre Games. It's more than modern. My name is Mick, I'm one of your hosts alongside the Meta Shaker,
Yes,
Sheikh
Sheikh.
Amiruddin.
For our last match, we get to see Death Shadow Mirror, so-called Death Shadow Mirror. It's Badu Death Shadow, which is the new flavor of,
Yeah,
of Death
cool-
Shadow
The cool Death Shadow.
versus the tried and tested Grixis Death Shadow, which at one point of the meta was the best deck in the format.
Is there a Stoneforge mistake in Danny Seed's deck?
Yeah, I would just DQ him straight away.
Yeah, just like it's okay.
Bro,
Like
you're,
this
you're,
is
you're done.
post what do you call it? Post ban or post unbanning.
Having played many colors of Death Shadow from Grixis, Jan, 5/4 color, this boils down to just not drawing the counter magic. I think Stubborn Denial is pretty bad in a mirror. So based on the card selection and Danny having the value of Ranger Captain of EOS to tutor for
yeah.
Death Shadow makes Danny has a better chance of winning against the Grixis counterpart. So yep.
Yeah, Ranger Captain of EOS is something that has been under the radar for a very long
Mhm.
time, but it's a seriously powerful
Yes.
card. 3 mana for 3/3, enters the battlefield. You search your library for a creature with comfortable mana cost 1 or less, reveal it and put it into your hand. Basically, let's look for the Death Shadow.
Yep.
And the best part is that you sack the Ranger Captain of EOS, your opponents can't cast non-creature spells
Yep.
this turn.
Pretty
That's-
good against blue white control.
That
Yeah.
is insane.
Basically, you play this with a Death Shadow. and then opponent can't supreme verdict you.
Yeah.
Can't Jace and
It's
the
like, oh
bounce.
yeah, your
Mm.
upkeep are sacrifice.
And the
Oh.
main deck Nihas Pebble, it is still a Hogak meta, so this
Yeah.
is an okay inclusion in the main deck.
It is
Uh,
necessary, okay and
yeah, it
necessary.
is necessary actually
Yeah.
because the problem with their shadow decks they can't deal with decks that go white.
Mm-hmm.
Hogak is very good at going white, attacking you with the 2/2/2/1 clowns, and yep. So Danny is still prepared for the Hogak decks out there. It's just happy. I'm just happy that today we don't have any Hogak decks.
Yeah, man. Like everybody, all the players who have been playing Hogarth, like, today they're trying to decide like what deck should I play, and and they're basing it off of probably MTGO,
Yep.
results. Like, okay, who's been doing great? Because it took effect immediately on
Modo,
MTGO,
yes,
right?
correct.
But it's only going to take effect on the 30th
Mhm.
of this month, which is
It's
this
this Friday.
Friday.
So
Yeah,
your FNM, no more
yeah.
Hogaks.
Sorry, folks.
um, okay. The thing about mirrors in general, it does tend to drag out quite a bit. Danny has the card advantage land, the silent.
Silent clearing.
Yep,
Silent
and
clearing.
then but the thing which Lucas has going against this matchup is that the snapcaster value is pretty good.
Oh
That's
yeah.
one. Although he's getting hosted by the Nihas Pebble as of now, but eventually Danny will have to crack it, and he can start snapcaster and whatnot.
Mm.
And okay, the Gurmak is also another thing that Death Shadow decks cannot get rid of.
Yeah, exactly.
They are
There's no
both red
like path
color
to
stack.
exile. Yeah.
No path to exiles, nothing. So it's hard to get rid of. Oh, but he does have this member. Who main bought this member?
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
interesting.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we did
Yeah,
see
we
it.
saw
Yeah,
it just now.
yeah, but it's just an interesting inclusion to be in the main deck, especially when Hogak is also around. It's not
Well,
a very
I suppose you can like shrink the Hoga and then you block,
you
right?
block with the Death Shadow. Yeah,
And
that's
then
one
die
way.
to the rest of the creatures that
Yep.
are attacking you.
That's one way
Sure.
to lose the game. So but also this member helps to turbo the Death Shadow
Oh,
if
for sure. Yeah.
if you want it. Um, okay, so they're just calculating their life total, and I think Lucas will dismember right now, get rid of the fat threat, right? And try to find a threat of his own.
Yep.
Or he can just hardcast it and not pay life.
Oh, okay. So he's gonna go Guns
Col-
Command. I think get rid of the artifact.
Get rid of the artifact.
Oh no, he's gonna bring back something.
Snapcaster.
Yeah.
Yep. So just force the issue here,
Mm-hmm.
and now that he has a Snapcaster value, he can snap into Kolagan's command.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's
TBR. It's funny how TBR is something that you will is the first to board out against the Death Shadow Mirror. It's not gonna work. It doesn't work at all between the Thoughtseize, the Fatal Pushers, and
Yeah.
whatnot. So yeah.
it gets too easily gotten
Mm.
rid of.
Okay.
Oh,
So
now just need a Death Shadow. That's it.
yeah, both players are lacking their namesake card in the deck. Okay, one, but
There
he's
we
gonna
go.
get Fatal
Okay.
Pushed. So it doesn't
Is
really
there a
matter.
Fatal Push in
Yep,
hand?
Lucas has a Fatal Push in hand, so
Oh yeah.
yep,
Okay.
just
So
Fatal
that's a
Push.
easy.
The top deck wall will favor the blue one
Mm.
because he has Serum Vision. And Lucas has another Fatal Push, so
Yeah.
he looks looking poised to answer whatever that Danny Seed has. Tie Hollow Scholar.
Oh,
Ooh, okay, yeah.
I think you just Fatal Push, right? Like that's. Oh, okay. So he's got double
Okay,
Fatal Push.
well, I mean, if I'm Danny, like, oh, wow,
Shit,
you have
I should just
everything.
like it. Yeah.
You have everything. You have three Fatal Push. You might dismember. What am I doing? Yeah,
Right.
taking this probably. Okay, get it back. That doesn't really matter what you take. Oh, okay. Death Shadow time. Slam it. Slam it.
Is there a Dash Shadow?
Yeah, he drew the Death Shadow.
Oh,
Now he
okay.
has Stubborn Denial backup. I don't think he can lose from here.
Yeah. His Death Shadow is gonna be like a 4/4
Doesn't
out
matter.
of bloat range.
Mhm.
He's got Stubborn now backup. He's got he eventually he'll get like Snapcaster with Stubborn now backup.
And
So
then he can snap Colorgun command to get back the Death Shadow.
oh
This is where the value of Snapcaster. That is why Grixis used to be the best Death Shadow share or the best deck in the format back then. There was Jund Death Shadow back then, but the value recursion of Snapcaster was just too good to pass.
oh yeah.
Oh,
Alright, so
but
Seven
okay.
Visions here to set up the next 2 turns.
Yep, path into Fatal Push to get rid of the
Oh.
creature. Ooh, there's another Death Shadow. Yeah, just skip the Death
Sure,
Shadow. I'll just skip the Death Shadow or Street Rave. Yep. That works
yeah,
too.
yeah. I'll
It's
just
the
keep it that way.
same. Yep.
Is there a Death
Late,
Shadow?
no, lay the land, but he's not gonna fetch. He
Oh,
knows
for
that the card
sure,
is
yeah.
too good to pass. Inkui, okay, take the fader push, or do you wanna?
You take the Snapcaster, like this.
Mm.
Do you?
He
Do
can't.
you?
Yeah. Then the thing is, he can't snap into stubborn denial anyway. So just let it pass. Take the Snapcaster, prevent the Kologang command.
From
And
getting like super lot of value, right?
Yep, fetch. I mean, yep. And draw the Death Shadow, cast Death Shadow, pass the turn. This is a little threat on board, and
Yeah,
yeah,
Danny needs something. Oh
look,
no.
Danny's dead.
I think yeah, Danny is there on board. Okay,
Yeah.
so that was a very like both players know exactly what's
Mm.
happening, right? So the game is moving very, very quickly.
Yep.
It seems like it's linear, but actually the game was decided very early,
Yep.
like literally decided very early on, right? I think
Mm.
Danny fought valiantly over
Mm.
the resources that both
Lucas
players
had.
had, and unfortunately, like Danny just came out shy because Lucas just has more
Mm.
card
Yes.
drawing power. Danny does have like a lot of card advantage stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but that's not actual cards,
Mm-hmm.
right? Whereas Lucas like just draws cards.
Yep. Post board. I still like the Madu Dev Shadow
Mm.
chances. If he plays Lingering Soul, it will be something that I will bring in as well. It buys
Oh.
time, and it is a flyer as well, so it might close out the game.
And
Because
and the worst come worst, like it's a blocker, right?
yeah, it
Like
is a blocker. I because most Death Shadow players will board out the Timur Betteridge and
mm-mm.
Stubborn Denial. So it's resolving. It's gonna resolve, and you don't have to play around the one punch at all.
Oh.
Because I really think that Timur Betteridge is a bad card against the mirror between the shit ton of removals that they have
Mm.
and then the discard. So
Mm.
I don't think it's a good card at all. But ultimately you take it as like the a mid range battle where card advantage and just hopefully protect the queen, beat you, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Mm.
I see Lucas trying to bring in Liliana Last Hope. I think
Yeah,
that's
there's
a fantastic
yes,
addition to the
the,
deck. I think he
mm,
knows that Danny might be actually, you can actually transition to a Pyromancer type deck,
yes,
right? With like
both of
lots of
them can
tokens.
actually.
Both of them, yeah, actually both of them can do can do that, and they might actually do it because honestly speaking, both decks are trying to go down to like life total of like 7, 8,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when you become most effective, and then that's when you die to like 7 or 8 tokens going around your one Death Shadow.
Yep.
So that might be a viable strategy for sideboarding.
Mm-hmm.
I know like Lucas definitely going to take out the Team of Battle Rage. He's going to take
Team,
out the
but I saw him taking out one Tiber Batteridge and 4 Street Reef, which is pretty decent. He kept the stubborn
he
denials.
kept the Stubborn Denials. I
Um,
don't know about that.
I don't know about that too because post board maybe he's expecting Danny to bring in more planeswalkers, which is a fair assumption. But then again, it is a dead card if you top deck it late in the game.
Yeah,
It's
that's
only
true.
good in the first few turns where you try to stubborn denial, Thoughtseize and whatnot. But
Mm.
between the amount of discard that Madhu Dash Shadow has, they know how to play around your stubborn denial, and that's why
Yeah.
it was one of the first things you cut.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. I
Mhm.
think Lucas has played. Well, we haven't seen this deck
Mhm.
in a very long time, right?
Yes.
But I know Lucas and Danny are both very
We
high
are
level
teammates
competitive players.
actually for the the
Oh,
the
what
the, the team series.
you and Danny?
Me, Danny, Lucas.
You Danny? Oh, we are teammates. What? Oh, but
Yes.
Danny has already made it to like the
Yeah. Danny has
the
made it. It's
championships.
just unfortunate that the previous SQ I couldn't play. Daniel Roses
Wow.
couldn't play, but Lucas was so short on. He was ninth. He lost
Oh,
by tiebreaker. It was not even a clean cut to the top 8.
damn
But
man.
yeah, Lucas is still holding the torch for us. Danny said fought valiantly. He got 0 win. But he fought
He
valiantly.
didn't need any. Like
He didn't
it's
need,
already,
but
it's already part
at
of the
least he is in
traditions.
the invitational next
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
Yes.
But getting a good seed is very
Yeah,
important. So
Din Sam Boy is right. They have practiced this matchup quite a lot, and
yeah. Mm.
we have already came to the conclusion that Madhu is just better. But Grease's Death Shadow, the thing is, it is better against a wider field, and he has a
Yeah.
better chance against Tron,
Yep.
which is still around. It's not great, but he has a better chance.
Yeah. All right.
Turn one
So
discard. Yeah, that's why
wow,
you don't
this
keep the
is
stubborn
good.
denials.
This is great.
Between Colligan Command Thoughtseize, yeah. If you take out the Thoughtseize means you have a very good threat. If not, I will take out the Gemma Angler. But I don't. But because Danny has Puff, it makes him better against the Gemma Angler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
you. Oof.
turn to the shadow. Yeah, this is how you do it. It's a 1/1 right now, but it's gonna grow.
Yeah, and it
Mm.
doesn't matter because like Lucas doesn't play what you call it? Lucas doesn't play lightning bolts and stuff like that in this matchup because
Mm.
like they're never gonna go to creatures. Lightning bolts to the face is a bad idea. Full
Yes.
stop.
But Lucas does have Dismember, I think. So will he
And
get rid of one of the Death Shadow? This is the start where you're good against the Death Shadow mirror. Is that you have more Death Shadows?
yeah,
That's one. Because the removal suite for both players. I mean, Greases is only Fatal Push to get rid of it.
and just 1 to 1. Most of it will be 1 to 1. Okay, so
Yep,
he
the
does take
the
and
Dismember,
goes down to 12.
and then he can play his own Death Shadow if he has.
Oh, but
Oh,
it
he
doesn't
needs
look
to
like
sculpt
that.
his hand.
Yes.
He is forced to fetch first and then Serum Vision.
Well, you could. You're not forced to,
I mean, but
but obviously the optimum play is to like fetch first and have that go.
oh, but okay, he has Snapcaster in hand, so he can snap and Dismember again.
Mm. He can
This
snap
is
and he can snap and block, right? He can snap, put up the dismember on display, block, and
but
see
he
what
can't.
Danny does.
Yeah, they force Danny to
Oh
fetch.
no no
Then
no!
Danny fetch, then you Dismember, so it's fine. Um,
All right, so
this is just unfortunate that Danny started with no fetch lands, and that is why his Death Shadow is just so small.
yeah,
Death Shadow, if he fetch shock, he will be down to 9, right? 9 -3 down
9,
to
so it'll
9.
be 4.
4 it still does to Dismember.
Yeah.
What is that? Unearth? Is that Unearth? It looks like Unearth.
Oh, it looks like enough. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bringing it back.
Yeah, bringing a friend back.
back.
Unearth is one of the value train.
Oh
That is,
yeah.
how many mission bubbles has Danny missed already? Danny missed none. Danny cast
How
0.
many how many Mishra bubbles?
Yeah, he has
Because
cast 0 so far.
must
So
have been from last Sunday. Must have been from Sunday.
What card is that? Yeah, it's Unearth. Bring a friend back from the graveyard. This
Yeah.
is where Madhu shines, and the reason to play Madhu is Unearth. You don't have to play Snapcasters. You can bring a friend back from the graveyard. That's where Death Shadow is just trying to outvalue the opponent. But we get to see why Grixis is the most played Death Shadow. It's just Snapcaster.
Yeah, Snapcast. I mean, like Snapcaster unearth. That's crazy,
Mm.
right? Or you unearth, bring back the Snapcaster, unearth, bring back
Yeah.
something else. It is.
Even when the thing about Unearth, you can bring a friend back. It doesn't exile. So
Oh yeah, it doesn't exile. Yeah,
so you get to do. But Danny is still a hit in the Death Shadow count.
Mm-hmm.
That's one. And now Death Shadow is in a range where it cannot get removed by Kologan's command, or what do you call it? Bolt.
By bolts.
Yeah, so he's okay. He's gonna lose one of his Death Shadow. Ooh, push. Yeah, sure, doesn't matter.
Oi.
But being a hit on the Death Shadow count is good. Oh, that's EE. Ooh,
Oh,
EE
E
for
on
one. And then can
Yeah,
he
he
go
can
back?
fire off. Yeah.
Can he go back this turn and EE for one? Oh no, he can't. He needs to crack. So yeah, he can play. Yep,
6. Yeah, not enough.
not enough.
So he can EU for one. I mean,
EE
like.
for one AFK. Like,
You.
okay, there is no way that Danny
E for one F7.
Yeah, Danny can't win without the Death Shadow.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think you're right. I don't think Danny brought in Lingering Souls.
Because
the
it's
picture.
just the hostile meta of Hogak that prevents you from playing all these mid-range value cards.
Yeah.
You can't play this. You can't play like Season Pyromancer, all this. It's only because Hogak is around. But that's why when Hogak is gone and SFM is back, the meta is definitely going to slow down.
It's gonna slow down a little bit. We're gonna go back to like mid-range,
Yep.
mid-range fighting. I wouldn't be surprised to actually see like the things like eternal
The Eternal Command start coming back. Yeah.
and like all
All
the
the value
weird
decks,
stuff. Yeah,
basically.
all the value decks.
Wow,
Okay, going down to
Danny's
3.
gonna doesn't matter. Danny's gonna EE and then blast and then play his own Death Shadow and just win. He has the Kolagan's command. He has Gurmak Angler, so yep, he's gonna blast it. Yep.
Boom.
Unless Danny plays another Death Shadow here,
Does he have Kolgan's command?
brutality. Let it
Oh,
resolve. Doesn't matter.
brutality.
He's gonna see the Death Shadow and the Gurmak Angler. He has no answers to this.
Uh,
And Danny stepped out, right? Okay,
Yeah,
2 mana with 1 card in
so
hand.
there's a 10
10 Death Shadow. Yeah, just
Death Shadow
oh.
with
Is that Thoughtseize?
Gurmak Angler.
Oh no, it's a blue card. Yeah, Thoughts Cover myself. Ooh, there's a bad card to build though. Oh, Team of Battery. She kept the Team of Battery. I'm mind blown now. If I'm Danny,
I think
I would never play around this card post board.
Yeah.
So yeah, ooh, then
I would never play around like Stumble Denial and like Team of Battle.
post-board. This is a post-board game, man. Lucas. Oh, wow, that's definitely a better right? Okay, Puff. Oh, yeah,
Alright,
sure.
so path to that, that's fine.
But it's still 10 damage on board.
Well, he doesn't know about Team of Battle Rage,
Oh,
so
what's that? What's
is
that?
that his own Gamma Angler?
Cool. Okay, it's a blocker, but doesn't matter.
All this will be hilarious if he goes in for the
Block
to block and then sack
and then Timber Battle Rage you.
and then Team of Battle Rage you die.
I will never play around this guy. Do it. Just do it.
Oh my
Block and bomb before damage.
goodness.
Yes, you are right. This is.
Oh wow! Oh my god! Shineru.
Yeah, do it. Just attack. Just attack. You can do it. Attack. Block and then sack. Yeah.
Block, sack, block. Your
Yes.
left. Wait.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
okay.
float like some red mana.
Okay,
You
sure.
got no cuts in
No.
then?
Like you blast the land. Just.
Bang.
Whoa.
Woo!
Oh my goodness.
Woo, that
I
was
don't blame Danny
hilarious.
for not playing around it because this is something you were bought out.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Lucas.
no, but
this is-
that's the thing, right? Like Danny expects Lucas to bot this out.
which
Well, you should, right? You should.
all the
by
Death
right.
Shadow primers I've read, even from Red Duke and all the Death Shadow players that I've followed and listened them cast and whatnot, tweeted. you
It's
bought
like
out.
you bought it out because like it just gets destroyed by you know
discard spells.
discard spells, yeah, discard spells, brutalities and stuff like that, and
What?
and Lucas here just like being a baller, like no, I'm just gonna keep it in. You know, the top card of my deck is just like the safest place for cards to be. And yeah, Danny's not gonna play around this, and boom.
He definitely he did the correct play. He wasn't even punished because I wouldn't play around that.
Yeah,
It wasn't punished.
Yeah,
Surprise, I guess.
ultimate. Looks like they're gonna play another round.
Yeah.
But
Well, we are done.
should we stay around?
No,
No,
I'm not gonna
we
say they're
won't. Yeah.
playtesting.
All right, cool. Thanks for joining us for our weekly modern tournament here at Grey Ogre Games. Remember, if you're ever in Singapore, do drop by the store, 83
Mhm.
Club Street. It's in the heart of Chinatown. It's a nice place to be. Nice big store.
Yes.
Lots of space.
And a lot of stuff to eat around it.
Yeah, a lot of stuff to eat around. Remember, join us on the stream Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Singapore time, twitch.tv/Grey Ogre Games. If you're on YouTube right now and watching us or watching the replay, you can watch us live and interact with us on Twitch. And if you want to watch the replays, you go down to youtube.com/Grey Ogre Games.
Yes.
And if you like what you hear and what you see, do subscribe to us on all our social media
Yes.
feeds, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And yeah, this Sunday will be particularly fun because it's our
Legacy,
Eternal Sunday.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Legacy with myself, Nat, and Ben. And yeah, we'll be bringing you some Legacy action. This Sunday, I'm color commentary. I am like just the dumb blonde acting like Ben,
Oh, yeah,
Nat,
yeah.
what is happening here?
Our Legacy is a format that I only played for quite a short
That's
while and I got bored because I just got turned 2 killed most of the time. Even one game I got turned 1 killed with
You got turn 2 locked out. I don't think you got turn 2 killed, but like you got
yeah,
turn 2 locked.
there was
That's
this,
like,
okay, but I play Manala Stretch in Legacy. The only thing that I remember was my turn opponent turn 1 Blood Moon me and I know
like-
lands.
dude. All right. See you guys until next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Shut up and sit down.